What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, I have to be honest with you guys, when it comes to Battlefield 2042, I can't really believe I'm saying this, but I've been slowly enjoying the game more and more and more. Now, part of me thinks it's because I haven't touched this game in ages, that whole syndrome where you play the game over and over and over again. If you play it too much, it gets a little obnoxious. And, if you take a long break, months at a time, and you come back, it's a little refreshing again. You get that fresh taste of Battlefield action. I started to think it was that, but it really is just coming down to simply the developers doing their jobs. They are really leaving me shocked. I talked a lot of crap, but I'm here to say that they are truly putting forth a lot of effort to making sure Battlefield 2042 is at least partially turned around by the end of it. And even though Battlefield 2042 isn't going to be the Battlefield that we all wanted it to be, it's the effort that truly counts. I want to see DICE truly show to us that they know what they're doing now. They understand their mistakes. They're newbies. They're coming into the scene fresh here. They understand their mistakes, and they're going to work on them. And they're going to make sure the next Battlefield game is going to be 10 times better than Battlefield 2042. But sadly, the other day, some news came out for this game that is leaning more to the negative side of things. Now, like I said, I am proud of DICE for going out and actually fixing up their mistakes and owning up to their mistakes, but this is definitely something that's going to ruin the experience for a lot of people, and hopefully this isn't going to be dragged on to the next Battlefield game as well. But I'm going to run this clip really quickly, and then we'll go ahead and talk about it right afterwards.
So, with this rework of the play menu complete, we will continue to make adjustments and changes to its functionality to improve your experience. But one thing that we wanted to help manage your expectations on is the request we've tracked since launch to bring a server browser to All Out Warfare. Presently, we have no plans to either introduce a second server browser or modify the existing Portal server browser experience to include All Out Warfare. You know from most of our recent patch that we have made improvements to joining on friends and queuing into servers that your friends are playing on. We may go on to make further quality of life improvements in the future that help to do that and let you play together with your friends. But we wanted to help to let you all know that when it comes to a server browser specifically for All Out Warfare, we're currently not pursuing this. We've had a lot of questions on this, so we wanted to make sure you got an answer. Somehow related though, one thing that we are actively exploring is persistent servers for Battlefield Portal. This is something that we're looking for solutions on, and we'll have more details to share on that once we've got those plans more firmly shaped up. So stay tuned on that front.
Now I have to go ahead and say this before I start digging deep into this commentary, because if I start saying a bunch of negative stuff without stating this, they're never going to go ahead and be open with us ever again. But I really do appreciate this, DICE. I really appreciate that you are coming out of your comfort zone, knowing that the news that you're going to be saying is going to get negative reactions, but you still have to say it anyways, so we are in the open, so we understand as a community what is going on with this game. So one, we could stop asking you guys, and two, we can finally have a better understanding on what we should focus our criticism on for the future of this game, and even the future of the next Battlefield game as well. And I know a ton of people are going to say, well, why are you making this commentary anyways? If they just completely came out in the open and said, we are not going to touch the server browser whatsoever, it's not going to be, resolved, we're not updating it for All Out Warfare to actually give you a server browser, we're not going to rearrange Portal in any way, shape, or form, why are you going ahead and making this video if they already confirmed this? Because, I think not only for me, but for a lot of you guys, we have to go ahead and voice our disappointment about this. So hopefully in the future, this isn't repeated, because I swear to God, for Battlefield 2042, I'm kind of coming to the conclusion that this game is just kind of a testing piece. And like I said, I'm way beyond the point of, wanting this game to be anything normalized like Battlefield. I'm using this game as a testing ground to see if DICE can prove themselves worthy of making another Battlefield game, right? But hearing this news to me personally is devastating, because it makes me think that this is going to be the permanent path that we see within the future of the Battlefield franchise. It seems that, sadly, Battlefield is going to start chasing this trend, something that they never chased before. We've never had this problem in the past. Every single Battlefield game has shipped with a server browser. It doesn't matter if you're on PC or if you're on console, you get a server browser. And with the server browser, you could choose between dedicated servers, you can go to, custom-made servers by other individuals who are purchasing servers from DICE. There's so many possibilities that can be played within having a server browser, and it's been there since day one. And then out of the blue, Battlefield 2042 comes out, and they're trying to push a quick play browser. It's making me think that EA is trying to copy Activision when it comes to their patented matchmaking system, because, trust me, that is definitely a system that every single development team, well, not development team, but publisher out there wants to get a hold of. Because in that patented matchmaking system, not only is skill-based matchmaking tuned to the max degree, but also in that patent, they have it So if you purchase skins or you have something in that game that you used real life currency for, they will purposely match you up with other individuals who do not have that skin. And they will also purposely make sure that those individuals who do not have that skin are lower skilled players. So constantly, while they're getting their butt whooped over and over and over again, they're looking at the people who are whooping their butts and saying, oh my god, well, he has this skin on, he has this character model on, well, maybe if I cough up money, I can get to that skill level too. It's one of the scummiest systems you'll ever see in the whole world, but it's not viable if it's a server browser in place. But guess what's not in Battlefield 2042? A server browser. Now, in my personal opinion, we're really lucky as Battlefield fans because it's really hard for them to go ahead and make their skill-based matchmaking really fine-tuned like Call of Duty does, where they can do stuff like that because there's one too many people in a lobby of Battlefield. You're up to 64 to 128 players. In Call of Duty, you're literally playing 6v6. One of the ways that I avoided skill-based matchmaking in Modern Warfare 2019 was simply by playing Ground War. Why? Because it will take over 2 hours to find a lobby if it literally tried to find everybody in my exact competition and also try to find people who are paired differently, who have different skins than I do to try to make me buy them, so they don't do that in larger scaled game modes. So in Battlefield, we're pretty lucky, but we don't know what the future holds for this franchise. We don't know what direction they're going to take, and we don't know what scummy business moves EA has in mind. But pushing that aside, I don't even want to talk about that stuff right now because right now that's not even affecting Battlefield. That's potentially for the future, but right in this current moment, that's not affecting Battlefield. You can do everything you possibly want in this game, DICE, but we need a server browser. And if you can't do it in Battlefield 2042, please don't make it the norm for the next title. You have to introduce a server browser next up, because one of the biggest problems I have within this game is just simply connection. Lagging 24/7, spikes all the time, bullets not registering. Why does all of this stuff happen? Usually it's not because of the developers, but it's because of the connection of the lobby that I'm in. And it happens constantly. The game doesn't prioritize connection, or maybe it does prioritize connection and the game is just that dead that I can't find any players, but I don't think it's that dead, There's at least, like 7,000 to 10,000 people on at a given time, so there's enough people to fill up lobbies in Battlefield 2042, especially on the new map. So there has to be something else going on behind the scenes that's causing us to be forced into these horrible connection lobbies. I'm not even squatting up with anybody. I'm solo queuing, so it's not trying to, bounce between 2, 3, 4 different connections to find the best connection for all of us. No, I'm literally hopping into lobbies by myself, and it's putting me across the globe. It's ridiculous. And you want to know how you resolve this, DICE? You want to know the easiest way to get around this? Adding in a server browser. It's as simple as that. In Battlefield, out of all games, we need this. With tanks and jets and helicopters, explosions, and 100+ people on the battlefield at once, the last thing you want is a server that's going to give you 100 to 200+ ping on a consistent basis. That's not what you want in a Battlefield game. Call of Duty, yeah, maybe I can deal with 100+ ping in a 6v6. Maybe I can tolerate that. Is it going to be fun? No. But can I tolerate and deal with it? Yes. And Battlefield, no. Not even the slightest chance am I going to put up with that bullcrap. Because I never had to in the past. So why should I have to deal with it now? I can literally go on Battlefield 4 still to this current date and find 2, 3, 4, 5 different servers with outstanding ping. Outstanding ping. And that's all I ever ask for. And one thing that's almost worse than the ping problem in Battlefield 2042 is the fact that because there is no server browser in this game, more than likely, we have to play the same map over and over and over again. Because instead of allowing us to stay in the game and cycling through a rotation of maps, it kicks you to the main menu screen. You have to re-queue into another lobby, which 9 times out of 10, the next lobby is either going to be halfway over, or, like I said, it's going to be the same exact map you just got done playing. It hurts. It actually hurts, especially if you think about it. If you are an individual who has a really packed, busy schedule, and you don't have all the time to hop on and play these games. In Battlefield, this isn't a fast game. This isn't COD, where a match can end in 5 minutes. No, Battlefield matches can sometimes last up to almost close to an hour. Like, these games are very long, drawn-out experiences. So let's say you only have 2 hours after your workday or after you got home from school, and you have a couple of hours before you have to kick back, relax, and get ready for the next day of work, right? You have 2 hours to play, and 1 hour is already completely taken up by one map. Do you really want that next hour to be taken up by that same exact map? No, You don't. And you also don't want to have to back out and, wait in the longest loading screen known to mankind as well, and then reload into the game again through another long loading screen. And then, like I said, potentially either being put into a lobby that's basically over or the same. There's so many factors and so many possibilities, bad possibilities, to not having a server browser and Battlefield. Again, DICE, I completely respect you guys for coming out knowing that the community would not like this news and pushing it out for us anyways, because not a lot of development teams do that nowadays. Everybody's scared of the communities. I don't know why, we're all on computer screens anyways, right? It shouldn't matter at all. But the fact that you guys had the balls to go ahead and tell us that no, there's no server browser at all coming into All Out Warfare, just straight up giving us an answer, it's nice. I like that. That's a great way to approach your community, but man, there's so many missed opportunities and so many missed possibilities that could have been had within Battlefield 2042 that would have allowed players to enjoy the experience 10 times more. Like I said, one of the biggest problems with this game is just simply connection, and the fact that that can't be resolved is just really depressing. But ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like button. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Also, if you're brand new and enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button. Also, want to chat with me, this is where we do so, Twitter and Discord, both linked down in the description. And also want to catch me live streams of video games, do it on Twitch, link that's in the description as well. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. See you on the next one. Peace out.